All right. So thank you, everyone, for being on our call tonight. We have special guests on our call. As you can see, we have Team Fit and Focus and Living for Life on the call tonight. So super excited to have all of our guests with us. Thank you, Allison, for being here tonight. We appreciate it, and thank you to all of your coaches for joining us. So I'm just going to run through some announcements and then we will hand it over to Allison. All right. Okay, so I just wanted to start with some recognition for our March Life Changers. We had Amy Zuckett and Diana Philo reach Success Club in the month of March, and we had several other coaches, Lola, Carol, Rob, Terry, Sarah, Casey, Heidi, and Beth, all with Success Club points on the board. Congratulations. Very proud of you. And as a team, we helped change 24 lives and helped 24 people get started on their health and fitness journey. So that's something to be very proud of. Way to go. All right, so huge promotion in case you haven't heard it already, but the Spring into Health promotion was announced actually last week, and it was launched on the last day of the month, which was nice. But as you can see in this picture, you get everything, an entire year of Beachbody On Demand with all access to every single program, all of those containers, the portion fix meal plan. So, which someone actually brought up the other day. So you actually get a guide printed out. So we know we have access to all of the programs and their meal plans that are in Beachbody On Demand that we can print out ourselves, but you can see that you actually get the portion fix guide. Which we know originated from the 21-day fix, but now it's really kind of separate. It's the portion fix meal plan, and you have that guidebook that's printed out for you along with the containers, Shaker Cup, and Shakeology. It really is a no-brainer. If you didn't listen to the National Wake Up Call, Shalene gave some awesome tips on how to share this promotion this month. So, and if you need any help doing so, please let me know. Please post in our team page. I'm happy to help. All right, so just a reminder, our dates are up in our team page. We have a big event. We have Super Saturday this weekend. If you're not registered or you need help finding one that's near you, again, post in the team page. We can help you out. Next week, we are switching up our challenge groups a little bit, and that's why I'm really happy Allison is talking about that today. But we have a free group week next week, and I know some people are already sharing ideas and teaming up for next week to run a free 1-week group. So definitely check out the team page for information on that. We do have our 5-day Shakeology group as a team next week too. And don't forget, another change this month is our coach open house. Typically, we used to have them on Tuesday nights when we had our team call, which would have been tonight, but we switched it up and it's the second Thursday of the month. So our open house is next week on Thursday at 9 p.m., but it's still run in that event, similar to the way we've done it in the past. All right, this is pinned at the top of the page. I had posted this, but this is pinned in our team page. So this is just helpful, gives you an idea of when our groups are going on, when to invite. Notice there's always something to invite to each week. So this is just a good reminder of what we have going on throughout the month. Again, Super Saturday. I know that I've heard and I've shared with you guys that there are going to be lots of big announcements. There are supposed to be 2 programs announced. We're supposed to hear about a new super trainer, 2 new Shakeology flavors. It's kind of crazy, all the news that we're going to hear. So I think it's going to be pretty awesome to hear it live at an event. So definitely get yourself there. And another reminder, in just a few months, we also have Coach Summit coming up, and it's definitely not too late to get yourself registered for that and join us. I'm going to be opening a group for our coaches so we can organize everything with our rooms. I have rooms already. Actually, we are going to be in the same hotel as Allison and her team, so which will be awesome. But I already have the rooms and everything ready to go, and we just all need to collaborate and figure out when everyone's coming in and leaving and all of that good stuff. So please join us. We would love to have you there. Oh my gosh. And this is like dropping the ball here. I will get on live after the call and do this because I forgot. I had a last minute Pittsburgh Market Council meeting right before this, and I didn't have the names right now to do the drawing. So I will do that after the call. Sorry about that. All right, so I wanted to zip through those announcements because I wanted to give it over to Allison. Allison is in Florida. She's on the Miami Market Council, and she's a 1-star diamond coach, an all-star legend, which means that she has been in Success Club for 24 plus months. And I shared a lot of other things with her about her too. She is PIO and P90X certified. She is a personal trainer. She has her nutrition certification. She is the real deal. She's very knowledgeable. She started out as a discount coach and, clearly is a business builder now, and she has an amazing team. So I'm very excited for her to share about challenge groups with purpose with us tonight. So I'm going to hand it over to her.
Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome.
Can you guys hear me okay? I took my heat off. Thanks for having me. And I want to just tell you a little bit about myself. Michelle did say I started as a discount coach. So the fact that I'm sitting here talking to you guys on this call is still like mind-blowing for me. And this is actually my 3rd year. April is my coach anniversary month. So I have been doing this for 3 years, and it's still unbelievable. So I started as a discount coach, and honestly, as a challenger, I was one of those challengers that I was like the fly on the wall. I didn't participate, but I fell in love with challenge groups, just being a part of it. So my heart and my passion has always been from day one, just working with people and sharing my journey. And that's what I'm going to share with you. I totally love running challenge groups. I don't even know how many. I have a bunch of free groups. I have an ongoing clean eating group just because I like sharing. I feel that sharing holds me accountable always for my own journey. So I have some slides I'm going to share with you. I think my daughter's not in here. She did. She's supposed to be in bed. All right, so let me share. Screen share. Tell me when you guys can see. Can you guys see mine? Yep. Okay. So I'm just going to talk about how I create my challenge groups and I keep the spark going. I think challenge groups are the real deal. They are sharing everything, and I honestly don't think that you can share too much. I share my meals, I share my workouts, I share my Shakeology, I share if I'm having a bad day. And what I want my challengers to get from that is that they see me as them, that I am no different than them, even though I've been doing this a lot longer than my new challengers. I have many repeat challengers in my groups, and I just try and keep them actively engaged and reminding them that every new challenge group, we're kind of starting over together again. So in my challenge groups, I provide support, motivation, accountability, and the result is wanting success of my challengers. The real purpose of running our challenge groups, of course, is to get our challengers results. And the way that we do that is by keeping them engaged. We want them to show up every day. We don't want it to just be this boring group where they're like, oh, check, I got to do this today. No, we want to give them a reason to show up. The goal, I feel, is for them to fall in love not only with Shakeology, not only exercising and clean eating, but what with we do. Because I know from experience, challengers become coaches. And I am just that example that I want to share with all of my challengers, that I know exactly where they started from and where they have the potential to go. So in my groups, I provide value, motivation, accountability, encouragement, a lot of recognition. Loving on our challengers is one of our vital behaviors, and also to make everyone just feel safe, That's why we keep our groups private and just remind them that they're not alone, and that everyone, and I, from day one, just say that this is a non-judgment zone. We're all on our own journey, and we're here to provide support and accountability, most importantly. So I just love these little images about what a challenge group is. A place filled with motivation, inspiration, love, knowledge, and again, support to help our challengers reach their goals. And then again, this is just the same thing. We're a community where we are just there to, I think, just love on each other and support. Now, how do we do that? I am always a product of the product. I am always a challenger right alongside of them. I share my why, which has from day one been about my health and my family. Right there is a perfect example of Emily. I don't even know when this was taken. And then here I am drinking my Shakeology. So I'm always sharing what I'm doing. I took these from the Challenge Tracker app. Let me tell you about the Challenge Tracker app. In the beginning, like change for everyone, I had a hard time going from Facebook groups to the Challenge Tracker app. And I had a hard time with my challengers that were the repeat challengers, that I moved them from a Facebook group over to the Challenge Tracker app. And they didn't like it. And I didn't like it. But the more I got new challengers and the more that I just started fresh from the Challenge Tracker app, I have not even done an accountability group on Facebook, I don't even think since October. So I've been strictly using the Challenge Tracker app, and I've now fallen in love with it. The only thing that I don't like, which I'm sure if you guys are using, is that you can't go live. But what I have found is that you can make a YouTube video, and I will upload the YouTube video, and I will keep it not public. I'll keep it private, and then I'll post it to them. So I just talk to them like I would be going live, and I just share that YouTube video, and nobody else can see it except for me on my YouTube channel. But these are from the last couple of days. So here I am just sharing like my workout, and I share what I'm eating, and I make it, I'm hoping I'm making it like fun. Like seriously, here's my post at the bottom. Like seriously guys, what have you been eating all day? Because clean eating is not a diet. I don't feel restricted. And then here is, I am giving value. And we're 3 weeks into this challenge group. And I do have a couple people that I've been speaking with who are feeling a little bit stuck. So rather than, I'm having my private conversations with them, but I wanted to feel like they're not alone. So I posted this in hopes other people would comment. And so that just creates that community. And it was actually a great post right here. Like, I'm not losing weight, and here's the reason why you might be plateauing. And then I also share, here's some motivation. Not thinking about tomorrow, give some positive affirmations, and then I engage and ask them as well. I try and end at least, I post probably 3 to 4 times a day, and sometimes I share it. I have a coach on here, the call right now, and we're taking turns right now that I'm posting in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon, and she's taking the evening posts. So that's another way to get your coaches involved, is to share your challenge groups with them. I think the more the merrier. And then here I am sharing my Shakeology. Now here is how I keep that spark alive, is I set daily goals and I do challenges, which I'll show you some of my challenges that I do. Now, a while ago, I was posting my challenges on a daily basis, but then at this point, I had some people who were getting up earlier than I was, which is kind of crazy because I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning posting my things. But it was my stepsister is a nurse, and she's like, every time I saw the challenge, I was already ready for work. So then I started doing a monthly challenge, or 3 week, or however long that the group was, and I would just get everything ahead of time. And I'll share some of my examples with you, but that way they can plan ahead. Like a post of the day type of challenge. And then I also set some weekly goals. This is more I do individually with my challengers, but I do post around the same time of the day because I know that they can kind of count on that. So I post as soon as I wake up in the morning, and then I post again at lunchtime-ish, and then evening. And at the end of the day, I like to, and I don't always do this because it would get kind of repetitive, but I ask them every now and then just to rate the day or rate the last couple of days on a scale of 1 to 10, or I like to use fun emojis, like give it a thumbs up, give your day a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or I just will throw out some fun emojis for them to use. Something else I do is play tag. I got this from another coach about like Water Wednesday, like water polo, tag someone, but I've carried it further, like, sharing a healthy meal, tag someone else from the group, let them share a healthy meal and pay it forward. And you can do it with everything. Tag, let's see your favorite pair of sneakers. Tag, let me see your favorite workout move. So it can be, engaging there. And here, pinning the posting guide with a point system. So I do prizes in my groups, not always. It depends how the group is, really. I kind of feel them out. If I'm having a really, really great engaging group, I don't necessarily do it. But if I'm having like a group, like they're kind of dead and I feel like or a couple of days and I don't feel, then I'll just do a surprise day. And I will give them a challenge, and whoever does the challenge, then I will usually go live or make a video. Can't go live, so I'll make that YouTube video, or I will just pick a name and send them a prize. And it's anything from little sticky notes to hair ties to, Target has a great dollar section for meal planning, like sticky notes. So I do a lot of things like that. Personal development books, the freebie DVDs that have come from our programs, things like that. Another thing I also do is I ask for input. I do it on an individual basis through Messenger, and I also do it as a group. Like, what do you need more of? What do you like? And then I also check my own self-reflection with engagement. I go through the past posts from that week or the past couple of days, and I look to see what people are liking, what people are engaged in. But with the Challenge Tracker app, people like logging their workouts and logging their Shakeology. How easy it is. And they're sharing their pictures, not always of their workouts, more of the Shakeology, but at least I'm able to check in with them at the end of the day. Before I go to bed, I hit that button at the top and I can see who works out, who didn't log their Shakeology, so I know who I need to contact tomorrow if I'm on that type of schedule. So here are some examples of photos of the day. So these are 21, here's one for a 21-day fixed group, and here's one for, 30. The one with Living for Life is one that I made for myself, and the other one I found probably off of Google. But if you Google like examples of challenges, you'll be surprised what you can find on Google. But I'll be happy to share these with you guys as well. And then a couple other, here's some other examples. Here is just a daily assignment, and you can give points based on what they do. So I always tell them the points ahead of the time. So right now, this one is Motivation Monday, Tasty Tuesday, Workout Wednesday. So for every day you do these, you get a point. And then here's, you actually get 2 points if you tag me and post on your Facebook account. I did that a lot last year, but since we are more away from Facebook and we're on the Challenge Tracker app, I don't really do that as much anymore. And then if you are in the Beachbody Champions page, which you all should be, here I took this actually today. I found this, Learn to Love Yourself. So share a photo each day that relates to the daily theme. Did Courtney just come out here too? Sorry, guys. What? No. Okay. Sorry. So I took that from there today. So this one's a little bit blurry, but it basically is another point system. I did try this one fine, but it actually was kind of difficult to keep up with the points. I did have like a spreadsheet, and it was kind of like more work for me. So I like the daily challenges and then like giving a prize on a specific day rather than at the end of the month, because I think it kind of keeps people on their toes, and no one like they're surprised when I have a prize day versus trying to keep track of all the points. And I also have done the honor system too. So my call to action for you guys is for you to create your own photo of the day post and share it in your team page. That way you all have, you know, I don't know how many of you are on this call right now. I didn't count. But at the end of, you know, tomorrow or the end of this week, you guys will have like 10 different call to action posts that you guys will be able to share in your challenge groups. So if you guys have any questions, that's what I got for you. But I honestly think that as long as you are acting as your own challenger and loving on your challengers, then, you know, that's what they need.
I wrote down some questions, Allison. Can I ask?
Yeah.
Okay. And then anyone else, if you guys come up with questions, type them in the chat or unmute yourself to ask. So how many challengers do you typically have in your challenge groups?
Goodness, right now my group has about 37, and they're past challengers, they're new challengers, and I'm also co-running it with a couple of other coaches. So this one's a bigger group.
Okay. Do you find that it works out well on the app when you have a bigger group like that?
I haven't had any issue. I mean, the app I have found is so much more engaging than Facebook. Even if they're just logging, I'm like, you know, that's a check mark, because when you're on Facebook and you're getting ignored, you don't know if they're working out. You don't know if they're drinking shit. So even if I don't have a picture, even if I don't have anything, but I can go and see that they logged, I'm like, that's a win.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. I keep going back and forth. I know a bunch of us on the team have been going back and forth between Facebook and the app as well. But I love the YouTube video idea because that definitely, I love the convenience of being able to go live in a group.
Yeah, for sure.
That is so easy. So the fact that you have to like make a video ahead of time to put it in, you know what I mean? But
have you heard of YouTube? Have you heard of YouTube Capture?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I do is YouTube Capture. So it just captures it, you upload it, and you do everything right there. And then it makes a link for you so you're able to share it right away.
Okay, so it's basically like making almost like a live video. So it's not like you have to record the video first, then upload it. Then...
No.
Okay. Okay, awesome. I have that app on my phone already.
Yeah.
So when you do your posts, do you usually pin them at the top? Do you use that pin option?
Only my morning post. Every morning post I pin to the top. Everything else goes throughout the day. Because I think my morning post is more of my value post. It's more either I'm giving a value, I'm like wanting them to really hear my message, and I'm also giving a challenge. Okay. You know, like that. So I think that's like the most important one. And then throughout the day, it's really just sharing what's going on.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you, because you said you posted like 3 to 4 times a day. I was going to ask if you had like a call to action every time, but it sounds like you just have that call to action in the morning.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, when you do, I know you do free groups, Allison. Do you do free groups in the app?
You know, I've never run a free group in the app. I haven't. My free groups are all on Facebook.
Okay. All right. That's what I was.
But I thought though that, and I think just last month I was thinking about this month or doing it. But then I forgot about it. So I'm glad you just reminded me. I think it would actually be pretty beneficial to run the free groups, except I do go live a lot in my free groups. So that would be a little bit more difficult. But what I like is they have to sign up for at least a free membership in order to get on the app. So a lot of free groups, people do not ever sign up for the membership. Even though I've asked them to, they don't. I still let them into my free group. So if they wanted to, I think that would be the benefit of running the free group through the app, is they would have to sign up under you for at least a free account.
Yeah, that's a very good point, because I used to have everyone sign up for a free account as well, but then I kind of got away from that with free groups, just because I don't know, it was just like one extra step for them to get in the group. And I kind of figured, I just wanted to give them the experience of the free group and not really worry about that yet.
Exactly. Same thing. Same thing. I didn't want to kick them out.
But that makes sense with the app for them to have to do that to get in. And they can just see what the app looks like,
Right. And see how we can log. Like if you gave them a call to action, don't log your workout, but use the, log your workout to log the call to action type thing. So
great.
I've gone back and forth, it's worth a try, but I just haven't done it yet.
Okay. And one last question from me. How do you encourage, and explain to them the aspect of using a Beachbody program and drinking Shakeology in your challenge groups, like before they begin? How do you how do you explain that that's kind of a requirement or highly encouraged with Shakeology, like depending on whether, do you require Shakeology or?
I don't.
Okay, neither do
I don't
I
require
encourage it, but but I do have them at least incorporating a Beachbody program. So how do you go about that in conversation?
Honestly, I think it comes up pretty naturally because that's just what we do. They see me doing it, and I don't require Shakeology. I think that throughout the program, I bring it up a lot, especially once they're seeing other people getting results. And if they're not getting the same results, then I bring it up. But, it's just kind of part of joining the challenge group that it is a requirement that they have to have a program. And I think it's, maybe I just bring it up with conversations, and in my inviting, it is just something that comes up. I don't think it's ever a forced. I don't know if I'm really answering your question.
Yeah, no. You're definitely answering it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Does anyone else have any questions for Allison tonight? Anything? Even if you don't want to unmute yourself, you can type it in the chat. Or you can unmute yourself. Anyone?
I have a question, actually.
Okay.
What if you have some challengers, like you said, I know, I think you said that when you first started in your challenge group, just strictly as a challenger, you said that you were more of a fly on the wall. Sometimes I have a hard time gauging whether some of my challengers are just being a fly on the wall, but they're still getting something out of it, or if they are just not in it. Like if they're kind of watching, but they're not doing the workouts, or they're not, like, I don't know that. So when they're not posting, I have a hard time gauging if they are getting what they want out of it. So sometimes I might follow up and be like, hey, are you, how are you enjoying the group? If I notice they're not really posting, but sometimes they kind of give me like a very melancholy answer, like, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't tell.
No, I totally get that. And because I was that person, my coach is Caitlin. She's on the call right now. And I really was technology challenged at the time. It's crazy how much I didn't know about technology and what I can do now. So she would post these challenges, and I'll never forget, like, she posted, and I would read them, and I think I would post maybe one time. I think I shared what I was eating just because maybe I was proud of what I was eating at the moment, that I happened to see that. But like, I didn't know how to do what she was asking me to do at the time. So I really try with my challengers is to, if I'm not hearing from them, then I will bring it to a message, and I will say, are you getting everything you need out of the group? Is there anything more that I can give you? If the group's not working with you, for you, if there's something that you're not liking, I will be happy to work with you one-on-one. But a lot of times, I definitely get that, no, I like it, and then I don't. And that's why I have started to love the Challenge Tracker app, because I will say to my challengers if they're not posting, and I have a lot of them right now. I have 37 people in this group, and I think I have actively maybe 15 to 20 posting and sharing, but I have a lot of others that are at least logging. So, and that's what I say to them too. Like, it's okay if you don't want to share. It's not for everyone, but can you at least do me the favor of just logging your workout so I know that you are getting your workouts in your Shakeology. And then I also ask them how often they want me to check in with them, whether they want me to be on top of them if I don't see them. So I always like say, like, if I don't see you posting or logging your workouts or Shakeology for, you know, how many days do you want? If you're not posting, then do you want me to contact you? So if I don't see them posting for 2 or 3 days and they're on my list, like, okay, I haven't heard from you, then I'll reach out to them. Some people want me checking up on them every day. Some are like, I'm cool, check in with me once a week. So that's why I'm loving the app.
Yeah, that is a very good point, Allison, with the app, like asking people to at least log their workouts and shake, because that requires them to like not even show their face in the group.
Yeah.
Because yeah, some people just don't like to share like a sweaty selfie of themselves or whatever. So I love that. And I love that to ask them specifically, like, how often do you want me to check in on an individual basis? I think I definitely need to do that more. Something else I wanted to mention, Nicole, to kind of go along with just checking in with your challengers and trying to encourage participation and everything. I have been doing a lot more voice messages with my, but this is again, like, so this is like through Facebook, you know, but obviously you probably connected with them through Facebook. So I will send voice messages to them. And I can't tell you, like today I was going through like my entire Spring Into Your Summer bod list and left like every single one of my challengers voice messages. So if they've already started participating, just like, you know, obviously recognizing that they've already done it and like, you know, encouraging them to continue to do so. If they haven't checked in, like making sure that they like got the notification, they're in the group, they understand what's going on, and just letting them know that I am like excited that they're in the group with me and to let me know whatever they need, you know? So, and I can't tell you how many people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you could get an audio message. Like, voice messages sound cool. Like, that was so sweet. Like, I get so many comments. So I think people really like to hear your voice instead of just always like, you know, a message typed out to them. So kind of gives them the extra encouragement to participate.
My microphone on my app is not there. So I cannot leave voice messages for anybody. And I've deleted my app and it'll come back for like 2 seconds. And like I'm in a group with Michelle and I'll be like, I have my microphone back, and then it goes away. So there's something wrong. I even emailed or like reached out to Facebook telling them there's something wrong with my messenger, but I don't have a microphone at the bottom. That's so weird.
I know. So yeah, you're always like, I can't leave a message.
I can't leave a message. I cannot. They're all like in this group and they're talking and I'm like, have to type. I don't know what it is, but
yeah, but if you're not using the voice message option, it's definitely beneficial to connect in a different way with your challengers. All right, any other questions? Anything else?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you, Allison. Thank you to all of her coaches that joined us tonight. We appreciate you being on the call, and to all the Team Fit and Focus coaches, thank you for getting on tonight. Definitely share your call to actions. We can make a photo album with different photo of the day, whether you want to do it for like a week or a whole month, however you want to do it, but we can create an album with all of those call to actions.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good. I'd love to see them.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll share them with you too, Allison. Thank you.
Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, guys, for jumping on. It was great talking to you.
All right. Thank you. Have a great night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.